welcome. I'm Lotte. We will talk about knitting and crochet today. I'm from Sweden and I test knit a lot. Today I will have one designer I will talk about. I will also talk that I have test knitted for, and I will talk about what I have knitted and crocheted and are knitting on and plans and so on. And also something about, we have a Swedish, the biggest Swedish brand here in Sweden is Järbo, or now called Eddna, because it's the web shop is called Eddna. They have a lot of brands, different brands. It's Järbo, and they have Istex from Lättlopi and so on, and Svarta Fåret, Manos del Uruguay, and lots more. And I and my niece Renee, we visited them last week on the I can't remember the word. We visited them anyway. And it's not common for people who don't work there to visit, so it was for me an honor. I now and then I don't test knit, but I make samples for them, so we have some connections like that. Sorry. So I filmed with my cell phone and it wasn't the best result, so I apologize also for that. But so you can see something from Sweden. The designer for today that I will talk about is one of my absolute favorites. I test knitted a lot for her, and that is Tracie Millar, known from Grocery Girls, also the podcast she has together with her sister. But I think I will show you something that I made. Oh no, I will start with, I got some gifts today in the mail, and I got for a couple of weeks ago an amazing gift. I will show you first what I got today in the mail. It's from Norway, and it's from a podcaster. She just have it in Norwegian. She is called Britt Strickenörd, and she had a giveaway, and I watched, I think it was the last episode, and she had 4 or 5 things that she gave away. And when she showed the last skein, I was, just my colors and the brand I'd like to try it. And then she called my name on from my YouTube name, and I got this, and it came today. It's a lovely, it's totally my colors. I love it. And it's from a shop in Norway. It's called Fortuna. And it's mother and daughter. And they also have, but in Norwegian podcast. And I've seen a lot of Norwegian podcasts, and they talk almost everyone about Fortuna's yarns. And I have one by myself. I'm so grateful. And she also sent me a card. And she lives in a, I don't know if it's an island, but she has sheep around her, and she has her own yarn. be nice to try that one sometime. And I also got a lovely stitch marker, Britt Strickenörd. I'm so happy for that. I'm so glad. And I also, but I paid for it. I got from another Swedish podcaster who had some D-stash from from her stash. Since the last episode, I got caught by the bug nutiden, this unspun yarn. Everyone talks about it all over the world. And this comes from Sweden, and I haven't tried it. I've tried other ones, like Plöteloop, the Icelandic, and we have a wonderful mill 25 case about from us called Filtmakeriet, and they have amazing unspun yarn. But I was curious about this one, so I got the last what do you call it, release they had from Nutiden, Hönor och Eir. I actually got yarn, and it's in the other room here. It's the peachy one. It's so beautiful, and just to touch it, you can feel it there. I'm hooked. It's wonderful, and now this was on sale, a D-stash from another, and I was so happy to that I could buy it. I don't know for the moment what I will do with it. I think, but I don't know what it's called. We have here in Sweden, it's called Nordic Knitting Society, and it's in Swedish and in English. If it's not incorrect, I think it's also in English. Unless it will be. It's Nordic designers, and everyone's. You can have it like you subscribe to it, and you pay an amount every month, and then you get patterns cheaper than it will be afterwards. And the next in November will be something that is made in 2 strands of Nutiden. So perhaps I have enough, and it's like a long dress, and I like longer dresses, warmer stuff, so I think it will be something like that. Oh, sorry. Talking about gifts, I have a wonderful friend, a dear friend that lives in Michigan, in America, and her name is Jane. Since some years back, I knit socks for her, and she sent me stuff that project bags that she have sewn for me. And she makes the most lovely, she'll make lovely things for me, yeah. And I got a couple of weeks ago a surprise package, because she said, for you who have seen my Isaac before, she said he needed a friend, and so she made one, not a knitted one, but a sewn one. Look at him. Isn't he the cutest? And you can see he have a map of Michigan all over him. And they have met before. They are the best buddies. Thank you, Jane. You're amazing. Love you. Thank you. But that was not just a teddy bear, I will just put him here, them both. She sent me, she knows me so well, colorways, yarn. 4 skeins of this. Love it. And then she also made me a new project bag. She made this from a memory from the other ones, with pockets outside, and I love it. What can I say? I love it. It's so perfect. and as the colors, yeah, it's me. And she made it from leftovers. She made shirts for her husband, so it's leftovers from his shirt. Nice. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so spoiled. Nice. You have this saying that is, what is it in English? Happier to give than to get. Oh, and it's true. I love to give, to see the one who gets it, the happiness, the happy face and so. But I have to say, I love to get gifts also. I have to say it. Thank you. Sorry again. I will just put this on the floor. I will show you what I have been done since the last time. Talking about unspun yarns. This is made from Plötoloopi. We have a Swedish designer, Evil Knits, and she made this kind of scarf. I will see if I can put it on with my glasses on. It should be snug around the neck, she said. And so it's perfect. No wind comes in here, and you can have it, take it up like this. Oh. I made this for my niece Angelica, who she doesn't knit. It's I didn't just say what it's named. It's called lagom. Lagom is a typical. I think it's just a Swedish. It's Sweden who have that word. It's just in the, not too much, not too little. It's just in the middle. It's perfect. It's lagom. It's good. But this one, you can make it longer, and you can make it with picot edging and whatever. And you can turn it around and have the longer in the back. And it's good, but sometimes I have, when I'm out and I have a sweater on, and I perhaps have a shawl that I put around like that, and you have the V here in the front. A little bit skin comes out and I freeze. I'm cold there. So this will be perfect. But it's not for me. I will do more, absolutely. And you, no, it's upside down. But you can have it like a on the head also. She has it on a free pattern on her blog in English. Very easy to follow. My daughter Amanda, she wanted some socks, some kind of slippers. She always had before, almost always, bunny slippers that she just bought, but she has grown out of them. So she wanted me to, I said I can make some. So I made like socks. But shorter ones, and I have felted them in the washing machine. And also the ears shrunk. But I made a nose and some ears. Eyes, I mean, and ears. Oh, sorry. It's made in an Icelandic wool, Eastex hoseband. It's a sturdy sock yarn, but it's perfect to felt in the machine also. She says she said she will have them in her at her work. That was for Amanda. And I also made from, if you watched before, I made for my brother's granddaughter Daisy a Pippi sweater and trousers, and now I just made her some mittens in double strands of alpaca, and they are soft. I sorry, I'm glad I could show them before they will be sent away. This I will not show this. It's a gift for someone. I showed it in the Swedish, but I will not show it here. The last episode on the Swedish episode, I talked about, I forgot to talk about it here in the English, about what things I made as a child. For example, I talked about my grandmother and my mother and so on. At that time, we'll say 50 years ago, we could buy here in Sweden like plastic band, do you say so? Like this, but it was in plastic. And this was in the 70s, and many, they crocheted carpets, and they have in the bathroom and so on. But we who were small, we bought them, and we made, I told them in that episode, my viewers, that we made something with that thread, and it grows, so you could have like a keychain and so on. But I had no idea how to do it. But a couple told me later on and wrote here on YouTube what it's called, and I found YouTube videos in Swedish. So and I got this. This is recycled, something from Eddna. I think it's not Järbo, it's Svarta Fåret, I think. Anyhow, this is, cut on. If you can also cut t-shirts and so on. I made this morning after I got this here. The first one is like this, because you have these threads in your hand, and you build it up, and it's like this. And here you can put the keychain, and here you can have something if you like. Some just in the video, she put glue on, and just so it could hold. I will see what I can do. My memory also, there it is, was that you can do, some made them like squares. And my memory of that was I have a part square and round, and a part square. I couldn't do them whole, but I learned this morning. So this one, I will show you so you can see the difference. This one is like a square. You can see this is rotating, and it's round, but this one is like a square. The difference is you start this one, you just make it in the left hand. This one you start in the left hand, and then you put it in the right hand and make it and the word, you mirror it, like, so it gets like this, and it's so fun. It was really fun. So it's perfect. I have this do we call it, yarns? These ribbons until perhaps my brother's grandsons come. They have this autumn holiday soon. So we can do some crafts together. Where do I have... I'm sorry, I have... I can't find it. I made... Am I so confused? I am. Oh, yeah. I wanted to show you... I started to crochet on a kind of basket. I don't know where it is. I will show you the finished one. The other one is in several strands of yarn and thick crochet needle. And this one is a little bit, not that thick, but I made this for little Daisy, like a basket. If you know how to crochet, you just make it around until you stop. And then when you stop increasing, it will build upwards. And when you come up at the height you like, you just stop, and then here you make this. I have it now in Swedish in my head and also in German, believe it or not. You make something here. Build up this. I'm sorry, but I can link it's a free pattern, and many knitters and crocheters out there are making these kinds of, and it's good because it eats a lot of stash you have. It can't help you if you're a knitter, you have a lot of yarn, and you have just leftovers, and you don't want to throw them away, but you can just put many colors together. It will be something very good, perfect for more skeins of yarn perhaps, or for gifts. I will make for this one. I've started a long time ago. I forgot about it. I made a cat before if you watched in the beginning here, my intro, do you say so? You can see a cat sitting in a tree, and it's from the. Is it this? Not this one, but the first one. This knitted animal friends, but this is. I got this a while ago, a week ago. So, but this is a new for me, wild animals. But the other one is from. Knitted animal friends. Sorry. And it was a cat called Bella, I think. I made for Daisy. And I have started on the bunny, but I forgot to finish it. So I will put that when it's finished in this. So she have a gift basket to get. And perhaps I will make something for her brothers and fill with something. Candy? No, I don't know. I will just check if I have so I have everything here. Or talk about perhaps what I'm wearing. I forgot that also in the Swedish episode. It's the love note. I made 2 for me and 1 for little Daisy. I made her a dress to grow in, so she will, in time it will be just a sweater for her too. But I actually always just make 2 repeats. I don't want the third, even though I have something under. I don't want the lace to go further down. Further down. It's perfect like this, I think, for me at least. I have some test knits now. I finished one and I can't talk about it yet the next time because the designer isn't quite finished with the pattern yet. She wants us to wait. And I have a mitten, and I also forgot to get that for the Swedish on my bed. It's a Swedish designer, I will show in time. I will show you that one. And also I started on a sweater for Gudrun Johnston. It's a thicker yarn. I have 2 strands of Tines. It's 2. Each strand is a 2-ply yarn. I haven't come that far about that. I made so much more. Sometimes I just start new projects and don't finish the others. I have a finished here. I talked before also, but many of you know about Joe Jorge Locatelli's fall knit along. I think it's about 10,000 or more who participate. Do you say so? No. And I said I should do a hat and a sweater. And the sweater I perhaps made so much. We have until the end of November to finish it. But it's no stress. But I finished a hat. It's the Boston Street hat. And I had to say I like the pattern myself. And it's 3-folded. First you make a rib and then you make this and then you make the hat. I told you before, if I have a hat on, I don't like it. I will have, it's because I'm cold on my ears, so I don't think I will be cold with this one. I don't know if you see. I will get lots of views from this one. Sorry, I'm just watching if I have some more to say. I actually have, but yeah, I have. I almost forgot to talk about Tracie. I have a lot to talk about. I will show you first what I have something here. I knitted a lot for her. And this one is, I forgot to show, check the name. It's something with beach wave wrap, something. I will put, do I have it on the right? Yeah. I knitted this in Holst Super Soft. So it's a thin fabric, but it's lovely. I love it, really love it. Oi. You can have it as you like. It's quite long to wrap around you. I have something I give much away for my daughters and so I don't have everything at home. But this is mittens. I forgot to check also what they are called. We'll put that down also. Oh, sorry. Lovely. And a pair of socks. I think it's called Astrid. And for me, immediately when I heard that name, I come to think about the Swedish author Astrid Lindgren, who made Pippi Långstocking, Emil I Lönneberga. I don't know what it's, if it still is Emil in English. In German he's called Michel in Lönneberga. And yeah, it's so much from her. So I can put up a photo what I have on Instagram that associated. How do you say? No, you will see. Sorry. And I always blame my tired brain, but it is what it is. So here you go. I will while I'm reading, I will do like I did before. I will make a, so you can see photos of what I made from Tracie's design. I don't read the questions I asked her, because I think you will understand anyway. She said about her this start to start as a designer. I was very shy to begin designing. It was with the gentle nudging and support of my sister and a dear friend that gave me the courage to go for it. I knew my first pattern would be a sock, and it would feature cables, which are some of my favorite classic textures. The design is Galliano socks, and I still love them to this day. And she learned from swatching and tons of knitting. And she said, I'm not sure where inspiration comes from, pretty much anywhere, especially when I travel. Many times patterns or textures are in my mind for weeks before I cast on in real life. I equally love knitting sweaters, mostly pullovers, and small accessories like socks and mittens. I'm also a huge fan of cowls. My favorite fiber will always be wool, no question, especially non-superwash, which creates items that will last for so long. And she tells us that she lives and works with her family in Alberta, Canada. It's my favorite thing that we get to see each other so often, and it's lovely to hear about. Tracie, thank you so much for taking your time telling us about yourself, about your design, and I'm so happy about being one of your test knitters. We have a lovely group. It's the same group. Now and then someone new comes in, and we talk in between test knits, both in email, and also we have a Instagram group. Ask each other how they are doing, what they are knitting or crocheting on right now, and because we live in the different parts of the world, and it's interesting to hear about them. It's so fun. All because of Tracie. It's lovely. I forgot it was something more, but it just flew away. I'm sorry. But I'm great. Oh yes, if you check out, she has what's the word? I think it's 20 or even 30%. I'm not sure, on her sock patterns the rest of this month. So check her out, Tracie Millar. Do that. I think it was all for this time, and now I will put in some movie. When we were in and visited Eddna.se Gjort, this company, I had my cell phone and microphone on to hear Madde who talked, to hear her. And when I talked, I didn't hear myself. And when she talked and told us when we walked, I filmed everywhere and every sound disappeared. So it was it was not serious at all. How do you say so? It was a bad filming, a sad filming for me. So I'm sorry. So I will try to put some notes down, and so you see something. I will not show you as much as in the Swedish one. And I will put in also a recording that my daughter Amanda made when I opened this package from my dear friend. So you can see live after some weeks. Thank you again for your patience, both with me and my English. Thank you for you who are returning and coming back listening to me, and also for new ones. I'm so grateful. So as I have said before, if you don't subscribe, you are welcome to do it. I'm so grateful. I'm soon up in 500 subscribers. Thank you so very much. I'm so happy for that. Perhaps we will see each other in 3-4 weeks, something like that. Perhaps next time we will have full winter here, snow. I hope not yet, but it can come any day now here in Sweden. So everyone, we have to have special winter tires on the cars here in Sweden. So it's a law to have it after, I don't know, but it's this day, around these days. Yeah, you have to have it. It's important, so you don't. I'm searching for the words. It's important with winter tires. I don't have to explain anymore. Thank you again, and welcome back next time. And until then, I wish you the best.
Jag vill fotograf av en anledning i början av min karriär. För att jag inte ville vara med.
Ja.
Nej. Så det är liksom det här händer.
Nu går vi in i arken. Lager. Alltså då är det alltså en av alla färger till och med också då, eller?
Ja, det ska det vara.
Skriker in i telefonen.
Sen kan det ha nallats, det kan ha varit ur lager och det är lite sådär, men det
Aha, det är liksom...
ska vara allt.
Här har vi konfetti. Och sen ska det liksom, nu ska vi se, jag ska bara ställa lite temperaturer och doningar. Så ska det liksom regna konfetti över de här garnerna.
Ja. Det är ett stort ansvar.
Jag kommer filma alltså.
Ja.
Du kommer inte sy.
Nej, jag förstår det också.
Här har du din konfetti.
Ja.
Så du kan ju, alltså min erfarenhet är att de faller lite i chunks. Så försök att göra typ som du skulle
Sprinklar,
salta.
precis.
Så egentligen med en hand, jag tänkte man ska
Nej,
båda
kör
händerna.
2
Jag
tror
tror
jag.
det.
Ja. Men tänk på att inte ha händerna, alltså de måste vara över den höjden.
Över
Precis.
här. Yes.
Jag tror att du kommer göra det här jättebra. Nu ska vi bara vänta in en liten... Så. Sen kommer jag beskära det här sen. Då... Stopp. Är du redo? Nu kör vi. Bra, kör på va? Det är inget ljud. Ja visst! Ja visst! Kanonbra! Jag är nöjd.